The Philadelphia Eagles have signed a former New Orleans Saints safety. It's just not CJ Gardner-Johnson. As we know, he's heading to the Detroit Lions on that one-year deal worth up to $8 million. But this news just coming in here on Monday evening that Philadelphia has agreed to terms on a contract with Justin Evans, who's played with the New Orleans Saints as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ian Rappaport breaking the news just after 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Central, because we're coming to you from the Chat Sports Studios here in Dallas. The Eagles are signing former Buccaneers and Saints free agent safety Justin Evans. Per me and Mike Garafolo, Evans helps fill a void at that safety spot. Some more information on him. He went the JUCO route, actually out of high school to start his collegiate career. He then transferred to Texas A&M, played really well with the Aggies in College Station. He was a second-round pick, 50th overall in 2017. He was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 2017 to 2020. But missed parts of 3 seasons because of an Achilles injury, which nowadays is probably one of the worst injuries that an athlete can suffer. In 2022, he then signed with the New Orleans Saints on a 1-year contract and had a little bit of a resurgence. Now, we're only getting started on today's show, but as always, we want to hear from you down in the comment section because we're the most interactive Eagles YouTube channel out there. We certainly take pride in that, in you spitting your football intellect. So here's our poll question. Is Howie Roseman signing Evans to start at safety? S for starter, B for bench. Let me know down in the comment section. This will be the pinned comment, so if you get hit with that YouTube ad break, just scroll on down and get your votes in. As for what Evans has been able to do throughout his NFL career since getting drafted in the second round out of Texas A&M, 110 solo tackles, 10 pass breakups, 4 picks, 5 interceptions in 39 career games, which includes 25 starts. Obviously, his career curtailed to a certain degree because of those Achilles injuries, but last year did play bad football. We'll take a look at the snap breakdown coming up later, so hang on for that. 17 solo tackles last year, played a little slot nickel as well as deep safety, 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble, 2 tackles for loss. Not really a guy who's going to play much in the box, but kind of offers you what CJ Gardner-Johnson came to Philadelphia offering, some of that slot nickel corner role, but a guy who can also hold it down on the back end. Obviously, his specialty is safety, whereas CD Deuce's specialty was more so playing slot, but that versatility element is what Evans brings to the table. That's what you lost with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. More to get to, but this is why you subscribe to the channel. The news broke about Justin Evans signing. Here's a show already. Whether I'm at the Chat Sports Studios or at the crib from the at-home studio, when breaking news happens, you can count on me to give it to you. Thanks to my right-hand man, producer Trizzy Trace, holding it down as well. We inform you about all things Eagles with shows every single day. EAGLES, go Birds. Some more on Evans. Another reason why you subscribe. Who's giving you this background information right on the fly? 27 years old. 6 foot, 199 pounds, according to Pro Football Reference. In 2018, he did play 92% of the snaps with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, pops his Achilles, and that's why he missed so much time. But in 2022, that resurgence, with that Saints defense that was pretty solid, they had the Eagles offense on lockdown when Jalen Hurts was out, Gardner Minshew was in. He did play 39% of the snaps this past year, can play that slot and deep safety role. Overall Pro Football Focus grade of 61, which isn't god-awful. Run defense grade of 55, that's not really his specialty. Coverage grade, not bad considering there wasn't a large sample size. 39% of the snaps at 63.9 when he was targeted. Gave up a passer rating of 98.7 and did have 4 missed tackles, which interesting here. Don't expect this to be a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson replacement because according to John Clark, NBC Sports Philadelphia, who was all over the Darius Slay news last week, he said and reported on Twitter that the Eagles are not done bringing in safeties throughout this free agency period. I think what you see here with Evans coming to South Philly, this is a depth piece with some pedigree. You're probably getting him on the cheap on a short-term contract worth little money, and the Eagles tend to go this route a lot in this championship window. They've done it in years past. Patrick Robinson, LeGarrette Blount. They did it over the last couple of years. They're trying to do it this year with a guy like Greedy Williams and hopefully Justin Evans as well. If you want to look at safety depth pieces, you either go with a guy like this, you go with a guy like Kevon Wallace. It's the same type of player in that type of backup depth type of role. What's also interesting here, been a lot of drama around CJ Gardner-Johnson. There was that report from Jeff McLean that the Eagles at the start of free agency offered him a long-term deal, and CJ Gardner-Johnson didn't take it originally. And then he scoured the market and didn't get a lot of big offers out there from other teams, and he felt as though he was disrespected. He tweeted that he got blackballed, then deleted it, as he's been the king of tweeting then deleting over the last couple of days. And people think that the Eagles did CJ Gardner-Johnson dirty. My thing with CD Deuce, I love the dude, but don't take the podium at your introductory press conference with the Detroit Lions and say, I have respect for the Eagles organization. It's all good, no harsh feelings. And then take to Twitter and quote tweet Jim Trotter of NFL Network and say you got blackballed if that's not actually the case. Stick by what you say. Stick by what you mean, but it doesn't look as though there's a lot of bad blood between CJ Gardner-Johnson's agency and Howie Roseman and this Eagles front office, because Mike Garafolo, who broke the story with Ian Rappaport, tweeted this: in further proof that one client's deal doesn't affect another, Evans's agents are the same as CJ Gardner-Johnson. So after he left the Eagles for the Lions, they turned around and did a deal with Philly for Evans. But that same agency did say that the Eagles contract had some dummy years and some dummy money in it, whereas that Lions contract had the 1 year, $8 million up to that price tag, and it was a better deal than Philadelphia. I don't know. I'm still taking the 3-year deal with 24 and then $17 million in year 3. Interesting nonetheless, though. Hopefully there's not bad blood between that agency and the Philadelphia Eagles, because CJ Gardner-Johnson's going to be a free agent in 2024. I hope that we don't rip the cord out and cut the ties between a potential reunion between both parties if CD Deuce does play well and the Eagles see that they need him back. So if you like what Howie Roseman is doing here, just give me an HR, type his initials down in the comment section. If you don't like what he's doing, simply let me know. We appreciate all of you for joining us. I'd also greatly appreciate it if you gave me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. Anytime the Eagles have made a move, I've let you know. I tweeted out the video, tweeted out some thoughts. We've been ahead of the game on a lot of this stuff. The competition level on YouTube is massive. Like, it is cutthroat, but we do a great job, in my opinion, of going deeper with our analysis, faster than anybody else. There are YouTube channels out there covering all 32 teams who could put out a simple 2-minute video. We're going to go in depth on all of these signings because we got to provide it for the people and inform you and teach you about the game of football and what these players bring to the table, like Justin Evans on this show. So interact with me at Chase_Senior, Twitter and Instagram. Appreciate all of y'all for watching. And we've done a lot of late night Eagles throughout this weekend change of NFL free agency. Who's to say there won't be another signing? And if there is, I'm going to break it down.